Almost 20 years ago, Peter Drucker wrote what I think is one of the most brilliant articles ever to appear in the Harvard Business Review. It was called The Theory of the Business, where he makes a case that the most successful businesses, those that have strategies that matter and get results, do so because they have a deep understanding of the theory of their business. That's been lacking in higher education for a long time. And so one of the things that Valencia has worked hard on the last decade and a half was to have an explicit, ongoing conversation about the theory of the business. And that means the theory of our learners, the theory of teaching and learning, the theory of our institution, the theories of student engagement, and so on. Those have been distilled out of deep reflection on evidence, all kinds of evidence and data, and have produced for us touchstones in our work that accelerate our work and guide the design work that we do. And we call them big ideas. Many might come to that and see that list of ideas and say, well, this is fine, but it's just talk, it's just theory. Let me tell you, there's nothing more practical nor more effective than a well-grounded theory, because it keeps you from wasting time. And out of that are many actionable projects that we can name for lots of pragmatic work we've done. Work that would be worth doing even without the theory, but it's much more powerful when it comes out of the theory. And here's why. It's one thing to change what's in your field of view as a leader. It's another thing to change more deeply the culture of an organization, so all those things that are happening outside of your field of view are also congruent with the working theory. Now you're getting much more impact in the organization because everybody's efforts are aligned, and the culture is what aligns them. So you'll hear us talk about our existing big ideas. You'll hear us talk about what our emerging big ideas might be. What are we learning now that will be the most leveraged ideas for the next half decade to a decade? And we need everyone involved in that conversation, from trustees to staff and everybody in between. Valencia, I think, will continue to thrive because it's a place that doesn't just behave differently from other colleges, but thinks differently than other colleges. And that's why others are so interested in our work. They want to learn to think like we do. They want to have big ideas.